All right, let's jump right into this explainer. Today, we're talking about something that literally runs right beneath our feet. I mean, your home's plumbing is completely invisible, right up until it isn't, right? We're going to explore the unique, hidden challenges facing homeowners specifically in the greater Birmingham area, Vestavia Hills to be exact. And we'll look at the professional playbooks used to get these localized disasters under control. I want you to picture this. The water's rising, your valuables are at risk, and you are frantically searching for a fix. Look, when a pipe bursts or a sewer suddenly backs up, waiting around 3 days for an appointment? Yeah, that just isn't an option. The damage literally multiplies by the minute. You don't need to wait. You need rapid, professional answers, right now. So here's our survival playbook for today. First, we'll look at local Vestavia Hills plumbing challenges. 2, common neighborhood pipe nightmares. 3, the Fortress Plumbing solution. 4, navigating codes and permits. And finally, 5, some essential preventative maintenance tips. All right, Section 1. Local Vestavia Hills plumbing challenges and the hidden threats we're dealing with. Now, you might be wondering, why do Vestavia Hills homes face such constant plumbing challenges in the first place? You might think it's just bad luck, or maybe just an aging house, right? Actually, the answer lies right in the geography of your own backyard. It turns out the actual environment surrounding your home plays a massive, active role in the lifespan of your pipes. We can basically call this the environmental trifecta. First up, the area sits on red clay soil. This clay expands when it's wet and shrinks when it dries out. That creates ground movement that can literally crack underground sewer lines and water mains. It's crazy. Second, the groundwater here has a really high iron content, so it doesn't just leave those annoying rust stains in your sink, it aggressively corrodes the pipes from the inside out. And third, well, those beautiful, mature oak and pine trees shading your yard, they're actually secretly sending aggressive roots deep into your sewer lines looking for moisture, completely blocking your drains. It's a constant, invisible threat right under our noses.
Moving on to Section 2, common neighborhood pipe nightmares and the battle of age versus infrastructure.
What's fascinating is how these environmental threats hit different neighborhoods in completely different ways, mostly based on when they were built. Let's take Rocky Ridge, for example. Known for older homes from the 60s and 70s, these houses rely on galvanized steel pipes and cast iron drains. That makes them super susceptible to bottom-up corrosion and rusting from the inside out. But then contrast that with Cahaba Heights, which represents newer construction from the 90s and 2000s. They use modern materials like PEX manifolds and CPVC lines. Now those don't rust, but they definitely face their own nightmares, like shallow sewer laterals near Shades Creek. So knowing exactly what's behind your walls totally dictates how repairs have to be handled.
If you live in one of those older homes, galvanized pipe corrosion is a phrase you absolutely need to know. Honestly, it blew my mind to learn this isn't a maybe problem, it is inevitably happening right now. These older steel water lines literally rust from the inside out. You'll usually notice it first as a drop in water pressure or maybe slightly discolored water. And because the structural integrity of the pipe is compromised from within, well, it's a condition that cannot just be cleaned or patched up. The only permanent fix is completely repiping the home.
Okay, let's jump into Section 3, the Fortress Plumbing solution and moving from panic to control.
Okay, it's 2 a.m. A pipe just burst. Water is pouring into your crawl space or basement. Let's be real, it is the ultimate panic-inducing scenario for any homeowner. But staying calm and taking immediate, calculated action right in that second, that is exactly what separates a minor headache from literally thousands of dollars in potential water damage. Before the professionals even pull into your driveway, doing these 3 precise things can save your house. Step 1. Immediately find and turn your main water shutoff valve clockwise to stop the active flow of water. Step 2. Open your home's faucets. Now this is a really crucial detail. Doing this relieves the remaining pressure inside the pipes and gives the water somewhere safe to go. And Step 3. Call a 24/7 emergency professional immediately. A true emergency dispatch will actually stay on the line and guide you through these exact steps while a truck is already on the way. So, here's the absolute crucial difference between an unlicensed handyman's temporary patch and a licensed professional's permanent fix. Look, snaking a small hole through a massive tree root blockage, that's only going to give you temporary relief before the pipe just backs up again. But hydrojetting and camera inspections, that provides full root removal. Same goes for swapping a water heater without permits. It often leaves out critical safety features like expansion tanks and pressure relief piping. A truly professional approach focuses on code-compliant, permanent solutions, so you aren't stuck paying for the exact same emergency twice.
When you make that emergency call, here's exactly what you should expect from a professional timeline because transparency is key here. Hour 1, you get a full assessment and a written estimate up front, no surprise fees. Hours 2 through 4, that's the actual professional repair using truck-stocked parts, meaning the plumber doesn't have to leave the site to go get stuff. Finally, by hour 5, the whole system is tested under normal operating conditions and the workspace is completely cleaned up. It's a really structured approach designed to just bring order to your chaos.
Section 4. Navigating codes and permits and why doing it right matters.
I know. Permits might sound like a bunch of dry, administrative red tape, but you really can't just swap out major plumbing components on your own. In Vestavia Hills, and honestly most municipalities, permits are legally required for things like water heater replacements, gas line installations, sewer line repairs, and any significant fixture changes. So why does this actually matter to you? Well, skipping permits on these jobs can create severe safety hazards, like gas leaks or carbon monoxide risks. Beyond that, unpermitted work can completely void your homeowner's insurance if an accident happens, and it'll absolutely ruin a future real estate deal when inspectors inevitably discover the illegal work.
Get a load of this number. 8 to 12. That is the surprising number of years a standard tank water heater actually lasts in Alabama's humid, iron-rich climate before it just rusts completely through. Because of the local mineral buildup and the humidity, your appliances are basically working overtime. When that 8 to 12-year window approaches, you definitely need a permitted, code-compliant replacement before a catastrophic failure ends up flooding your floor. And finally, Section 5, Essential Preventative Maintenance Tips.
To transform from a reactive victim of plumbing failures to a proactive homeowner, you've got to understand hidden enemies, like root intrusion. Basically, this happens when aggressive tree roots naturally grow toward the moisture inside tiny cracks in older clay or cast iron sewer pipes. Once they get inside, they expand, catch waste, and create a complete blockage, which leads to raw sewage backing up into your home. Gross, right? But this is a hidden threat sitting right under your lawn right now, especially in neighborhoods with those beautiful, mature oak and willow trees. But you can totally fight back. Here are 3 super straightforward preventative steps you can take. Number 1, annually flush your water heater. Doing this removes the calcium and magnesium sediment that settles at the bottom, which restores its efficiency and extends its life. Number 2, schedule regular sewer line camera inspections every few years. You want to catch root intrusion early, way before backup actually happens. And number 3, insulate your exposed pipes in crawl spaces and exterior walls to protect them before those rare but absolutely brutal winter freezes hit. Honestly, following these steps protects your investment and keeps you so far away from having to make that frantic 2 a.m. emergency call. I want to leave you with this final, kind of provocative thought. Your home's plumbing is completely invisible right up until disaster strikes. If a pipe bursts at this exact second, do you know exactly where your main shutoff valve is located? If you don't, I want you to finish this explainer today, walk into your basement, check your crawl space or utility closet, and physically find that valve. Turning it clockwise is the single most important action you can take to protect your property. Finding it today? Well, that's your first real step in taking permanent control of your home.